What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Let's talk about Starbucks. Starbucks, I go there regularly. I get the Venti black iced tea. And I don't go there as often as I used to, even though I go there regularly. I say regularly for me is like maybe once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. It was like 2-3 times a week, used to be. But they kept raising the prices, which I didn't like because the quality of the beverages was falling and the wait times were getting ridiculous. So I can tell you, if you are pressed for time, do not stop at Starbucks. They are going to take forever with your drink. Now, in fairness, I'll say this. In fairness, wait times have gotten shorter, but they're still way too long. I worked at Starbucks back in the day. I was like 20 years old, and I was fast as hell on that bar, that barista machine. And the thing is, back then, we had to pat the shots by hand. Everything they do now there when it comes to making the coffee drinks is with the press of a button. So why they're so damn slow, I have no idea. That's really a mystery to me. Let me turn on my rear wiper here. But they are getting rid of different drinks on the menu. I think like a third of them to, I guess, streamline the process. They're also going to be changing the dress code. Basically, you're gonna have to wear black. They're gonna give each employee black t-shirts, and they want you to just wear black. I'm not surprised by this because I mean, the black, it looks good. Black is generally known as being formal. They want them damn green aprons to pop. Now, when I've seen examples of what they've shown of people wearing all black with the green apron, it does look good. So they want to go more for a uniform now than what they've been doing, which is to just let the employees wear whatever they want, because it's not been aesthetically pleasing. They're really trying to rebrand here with Starbucks. They're trying to get things more efficient, get you in and out of there, and just kind of have a more refined look. Now, the issue is that Starbucks, and this is their own fault, Starbucks hires nothing but extremely entitled wokies. Just, I mean, there are some that do work there that aren't like that, but if you've been into a Starbucks at any point over the last 10 years, you know that it's become pretty woke central. I don't even go in there during Pride Month because it's insufferable. They have every flag hanging up, but the American flag. During the month of June, it's just not a place that's really enjoyable going, because they really, you see everything there but an American flag, and I can't get with that. That's honestly one of the reasons why I scaled back going there as much as I did before, because who really wants to go to a place where they celebrate you for being all types of quirky, but you're kind of like, you're the enemy if you're a patriot of any sort? It's just silly. But it does appear that the higher ups, at least, have seen the error of their ways, and they're really trying to restructure this, and they're getting a lot of pushback from the people who currently work there, because they feel like making them wear a black shirt is manipulation. They were always allowed to dress however they wanted, look like as much of a slob as they wanted, and actually asking them to iron their shirt and wash their shirt and wear something a little bit nicer than whatever it was that they walked past throughout the day in a corner and decide to grab it and do a smell test to see if it's clean. Yeah, they're not liking that too much. They're getting a lot of pushback from it. I mean, this is still going to go through. Whether they like it or not, this is still going to go through. But they're saying that it's going to cost them some out-of-pocket costs if they want to have enough shirts to get through the week without having to do extra laundry. Well, boo-hoo. Man, like, Here's the reason why I really don't like the wokies. Everything is a complaint. Everything is suffering. Everything is manipulation. Like, they hate everything. They hate accountability. The wokies, and this isn't Democrats as a whole. This is the extremely insane liberal left. They are so insufferable. I've never seen such a whiny, complaining, entitled group, to where now asking them to just wear the same color shirt when they work, asking them to wear a uniform. They have a problem with this. The one who I seen that was complaining about the uniform becoming black was wearing black themselves. I don't know if this was a man or woman. I'm not even saying that to be funny. I don't know if this was a man or woman, because you know that they go out of their way to be, gender ambiguous or whatever. And then when you call them the wrong pronouns, they have a freaking hissy fit. They can be a woman and go out of their way to look as masculine as possible. And when you're confused, which in my opinion seems to be what their ultimate goal is, when you're confused and call them the wrong pronoun, they have a conniption. Like, I don't know you. I don't know what weird shit you're on. So if you look like a chick and I call you a chick, don't get upset because I called you a chick. Like, you go above and beyond to look as ridiculous as possible, and then get upset when you confuse people. And some of them I've seen, they enjoy confusing people. That's their goal. Some you would think enjoy confusing people, and when you call them the wrong stuff or whatever, they have a conniption about it, even though they're not really doing a whole lot to help you figure out what the hell type of time that they're on. But then you have the other ones that they do it on purpose. They like being offended. They enjoy being offended. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Starbucks. I still go there for now. I just slacked off a great deal. At one point in time, I was considering stopping going there altogether. I think it was like last June when I considered not going there altogether, because I found it ridiculous how there's just never any sort of patriotism expressed in this place. And the thing is, obviously people like myself, and this isn't me trying to be funny, for real, people like myself, based on the sales numbers, they've been down for 4 quarters straight. They obviously need people like myself to come through the door and buy their overpriced beverages. I've slacked off where other people that I know stopped going altogether. So they obviously need people like me. It's not a good idea, and Disney needs to figure this out sooner rather than later as well. The paying customer that you rely on to keep the lights on and keep the doors open, it's not a good idea to antagonize them. It is a good idea to do a little bit of pandering. They're doing pandering to the wrong folks. They're doing all of this pandering to people that aren't buying their products. I've seen this happen with the gaming industry, how they go above and beyond to pander to a group that was never going to buy their products in the first place. And after they did all their pandering, those people still didn't buy their products. So there's nothing wrong with knowing your audience and catering to that audience. There is a problem though when the audience that's your target demographic, you're going above and beyond to try to force them to accept something that you know that they're really not into. And when they don't accept it because you knew that they wouldn't, then you act like, oh, well, they're the problem, they're bigots and all this stuff. Starbucks, they have a serious problem. And the new CEO, whatever that they have, I hope the strategy that he's trying to roll out now fixes things for them, because I'd hate for them to end up in the worst possible scenario, which is, them having to like lay people off or close stores up. And that's the thing that I don't get with these people. I'm going to say this last little bit and then I'm going to let you go. The people that are pushing back against these changes so much, it's like they just can't comprehend that in order to keep you entitled fucks employed, they have to generate more revenue. So while you're busy bucking against all their attempts to try to keep you employed, you're really going to be complaining when they have to start making cuts. If they don't make drastic changes to get more people buying their overpriced ass drinks, because Starbucks is very much a luxury. I don't need to have that freaking black tea, that venti iced black tea. I don't have to have that. I can just make that at home, and a lot of times I do. So there's just no need to go pay $6-7 for a freaking iced coffee drink when you can just make it at home for way cheaper. So while they're trying to make necessary changes to keep y'all employed, you would think you'd be a little more willing to help out with this, especially when what they're asking is not a lot. They're not really asking much of you. They're asking you to wear a black shirt. Ultimately, they're asking you to wear a black shirt, man. I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. I know this video was kind of a little bit of a rant, but some of these things about Starbucks, I've been meaning to get off of my chest for a while. So I just went ahead and took this opportunity to do it now. Since Starbucks is in the news, they're making the rounds. Their mistake was letting them unionize. Unions can be a good thing. So I'm not saying unions are a bad thing. But in the case of Starbucks, their mistake was letting them unionize. All right. I'm out of here for real this time, man, y'all. Let me get out of here. Peace.